my channel. This week I wanted to do a kind of Christmassy reads review slash want to read video for you guys. So usually during December, November, I'm trying to like get myself into the mood for Christmas, and I'm trying to watch Christmas movies and Christmassy things. This year I've decided that I really wanted to get through some of my Christmassy reads that I kept like, oh, I'm gonna read it, and then I just wouldn't get around to it, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I'll wait till next year. Okay, so the top of my priority list to get read this year was Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Lauren Myracle. I've had this book sitting on my Nook for like years, and I was always like, oh, I'm gonna read it, and then I wouldn't get around to it during like the holiday season, and I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I just gotta wait till next year. So it was the first book that I definitely wanted to get read. It's actually a three-part story. The first part is called The Jubilee Express. It's about a girl who gets on a train to go to her grandparents' house after a riot incident happens with her parents and they get arrested. So she gets on a train to go visit her grandparents for the holidays, but a snowstorm hits and the train gets stuck, and she ends up being stranded in this town like a state away. And she either has to take refuge on this cold train or in a Waffle House, and she ends up running into a guy inside the Waffle House, and his family kind of ends up like adopting her for Christmas, and it kind of just develops with their relationship and what happens, and it's really cute, and I really enjoyed that one. It was probably my favorite out of the three. And then the second story is called A Cheertastic Christmas Miracle. In the Waffle House in the first story, the train had like a group of cheerleaders that were going to Florida for a competition, of course. So they're all out at the Waffle House, and one of the guys who worked at the Waffle House in the first story, he calls all of his friends and tells them to come to the Waffle House because there's all these cheerleaders that they just have to be near and all this stuff. So these guys end up trying to like make their way through the snowstorm from their house to this Waffle House where all these girls are, and there's like three guys and then their one friend who's a girl, but she's like one of the guys, but of course she has a crush on one of them, and of course guys are oblivious, so he doesn't realize, and then it's kind of like their relationship evolving on this like trek to the Waffle House. So that one was really cute. And then the third story kind of like brings everything together. It's called The Patron Saint of the Pigs, and in the first story at the Waffle House and on the train there was this guy who was trying to get back, who got stuck on the train, and it was his hometown, so of course he got off of the Waffle House and was kind of just like waiting around to get a ride because he couldn't reach anyone because his phone broke and like when the train got smashed. So he's trying to get back to this girl who cheated on him, and so the third story is basically from her point of view and like her side of the story and her friends, and then eventually she gets back to him and everything. So that was a really cute story. I'm really glad that I finally got around to reading it this year. The second story that I read was What Light by J. Asher. This story was really cute. I saw a lot of hype about it on BookTube. A lot of people were trying to get it read for the Christmas season. It's about a girl whose family owns a tree farm in Oregon, and every year after Thanksgiving they go down to California and set up a little tree lot and they sell trees. So she has kind of this like double life where every winter she's with different people. So she's got her best friends at home and her best friends down there. And this year's a little different because it may be their last year because the tree farm's not doing as well. So it's very up in the air about whether or not they're going to get to come down there for her senior year Christmas and all that stuff. But she ends up meeting a guy who of course has a troubled past, or there's a lot of rumors about him. And of course she doesn't care because she thinks he's really sweet and everything. So it's kind of like their relationship developing, and just the people in the town who were kind of like jaded by what he did, and they kind of started accepting him. So that was a really cute story. I really liked watching that story evolve too. And I've really wanted to read 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher for a really long time, and I just have never gotten around to it. So I'm definitely going to put that on my list for the beginning of the year. The book that I'm currently working on right now is called Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. I actually saw this book like years ago during Christmas, and I never got around to reading it. When I used to work in a bookstore, we'd have the little like Christmassy book table set up, and it was always on there, and I thought it was really cute and I wanted to read it, and I just never got around to it. So now that I'm in my like Christmassy reading zone, I was like, I have to read it now. I was like reading it last night, and I was like, I thought they were finally gonna like meet and like actually run into each other, so I was like, oh, I can't stop reading, and then she ended up like chickening out and running off. But I really like it so far, and I didn't know that there are more in the series. There's actually the 12 Days of Lily and Dad, and so my goal for after I finish the first one is to get the next one. So those are definitely on my to be read list to try and get those in before Christmas and before the end of the year is over. And I also really want to read My True Love Gave to Me, and it's 12 stories by these 12 authors, and it's 12 Christmas stories, so I think that'll be really cool to read too. So it is my goal to get through those before Christmas. So, and today is my first day of winter break, so I have like 2 weeks of not having to go to school and not having to get up for work for the morning. So I'm super excited about that. It's been super nice just kind of doing nothing and relaxing and sleeping in. So I'm really enjoying that. But yeah, this is kind of my to-be read/red Christmassy pile I've got going on, and I'm also trying to still meet my 52 books for the year goal. I'm at 37 right now, so once I get through these, I'll be right over 40. I don't know if I'm going to get to 52 or not. At this point, I kind of would just like to get to 40. I'll let you guys know what I end up getting to after I finish out this year. But I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas. If you have any other holiday books that you think I should read or that you've read and you've loved, please leave it down below because I'd love to check them out for if I get to them this year or next year, whichever. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing holiday, and I will see you guys next Tuesday. Bye! Jingle bells, jingle bells.